Hello student, in this video we will see the exercise 1.2 from M1, that is the logic. We will see here the statement pattern, construct the table, and whatever that result, we will get the tautology, contradiction or the equivalence, or the logical statement will be the equivalence, they are equivalence or the not, that we have to prove. It's very simple exercise. Now we'll start the first example. Construct the truth table for each of the following statement pattern. That is in bracket, square bracket, P implies Q and Q implies P. Now if you see this statement pattern, what is the main joint here? The main joint here is this is the implication. This is important. This main joint we want to find out. But it requires this pattern. In this pattern, we will require P implies Q. Yes, here is a P implies Q. Next, we will require that is a P implies Q and Q. This is here. And then we will find out this will implies to P. And in this way, we will construct the table. Now, let us start. Now, every time the P is double T, double F. Q is TF, TF, TF. And now, we'll start the first. First is what is implication. In implication, what tells that? In my first video, that is implication. If both of them are true or false, then it is a true. Otherwise, what implies? This P implies Q. It's a T implies F. Therefore, it is F. F implies T. Therefore, it is a T. Now, see this. First is T implies T is T. T implies T. Therefore, it is T. Both are same. And now the AND statement, in statement states that. What about in AND statement? If both of them are true, then it is true. Otherwise, false. This you have to remember. Now this is T and T. Therefore, it is a true. F and F. F. This is a true. This is again F. Now see this here. In the same case here, that is if both of them are these are true, F, true, and F. Then what is that? This implies the P. That is a T implies T. It is true. F implies T. Then it is a true. T implies F. Now see this. F and this is the answer. Now see this truth table again. Given the statement pattern. In this statement pattern, the main joint is a double implication. This we require. To require this, we will construct this. First is P, then Q, then negation of Q. After finding this, we will find out P and negation of Q. P and negation of Q. Then next, we will require also P implication Q. P implies P. This will require. And then after doing these two, we will do the double implication of these two. Now see this again. First we will write double T. Double. Next is TF. Negation of Q. FT. Negation of T is F. Negation of F is T. Next is implication. That is a P implies Q. That is a P implies Q means T implies T. That is a T. T implies T is T. T implies F. F implies T. It is T. What implies? And if both are same, then it is true. Now P and negation Q. This is F. T and T is true. F and F is F. Then F and T is again F. Now we'll see the double implication. In double implication, what's happening? If both of them are same, then it is true. Otherwise false. Now what's happening here? These two are different. F for F, F and F. All are F. See this here. Both of them are different for the double implication. Therefore it is F, F, F and F. And in this way I have completed the second table. Now the next is, now see this again, this statement pattern. Every time this pattern, the main joint is this double implication. Now this is a double implication. This is. For this we will require, first is P and Q. Now there are the three statements. Means what? How many true or false will be their combinations? That is a 2 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 means 8. Therefore, 4T, 4F, double T, double F, double T, double F. Next is TF. And then we'll perform this table. When there are the three statements, then we have P, 4T, 4F, double T, double F, double T, double F, and R is a T of T. Now see this here first. Four T, 4F. Next is Q. Now Q is double T, double F, double T, double F. What about the R? R is TF. This is R. Now we'll find out the R and between P and Q. What about the in and? That is, if both of them are true, then true, otherwise false. In first case, what's happening? Both of them are true. Therefore it is true. True, false, false, false. It's a false because therefore or. For the OR statement, minimum one required true, otherwise false. Now we'll find out here for these two cases. That is the first is true, 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 false, because both of them are false. True, 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 and false. Now next, double implication. For double implication, both of them, if same, then it is true, otherwise false. Both of them are same, then it is true. Now here, both of them are same, therefore it is true. It is a true, false, true, false, 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 and true. See this here. First is same, true, same, true, false, true, same, false, different, false, false, same, true, and hence. Now we'll see the next example. We'll see this again. Every time see the main joint. This is the main joint implication, and it is here. It requires P. What is required? Q and R. Yes, we have Q and R. And their negation. And then P implies this. Okay. Now first we'll write 4 times T, 4 times F, double T, double F, double T double F. What about our TF TF? Now we will find out the Q and R. For the R AND statement, for the AND operation, we require both of them are true, then it is true, otherwise false. Now first both of them are true, therefore T, F, 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 both of them are true, therefore it is true, F, F and F. Now see this here. F. Now we'll find it's a negation. The F, T, 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 F, then it is a T, then it is T and T. Now the next is, that is this P implies F, simplification, P implies F is F, T implies T, it is true, T implies T, it is a true, T implies T, it is a true, F implies F, both are same, therefore it is true, F implies T, therefore it is true, F implies T, it is true, F implies T, it is true, and in this way we have this step. Now the next is, see this again. What is the main joint is here? Main joint is here and. This is important and this we are finding here. And to require this, we are requiring that is the negation of P, negation of Q. And in between them, first find out P or negation Q. Here P or negation Q. And then find P or negation Q and Q. This we want to find out. And make the AND statement with the negation of P. Now see this here. That is the first is double T double F. Next is Q is TF TF TF. Negation of double F double T. And next is FT. Negation of Q is F, then T, then again F, then again T. Now we'll find out OR statement in between them. That is a P or negation Q. P or negation Q. Therefore, it is true. First is true. For the OR, minimum 1 required true, otherwise false. Therefore, now see this here. P or negation Q is a T. Here is a T and F, therefore it is true. Second is also T and T is true. F and F, both of them are false, therefore it is a false. F and T, therefore it is a true here. Now next is, we will find out the AND between this and second Q. For the AND, we require both of them is true, otherwise it is a false. Therefore, this is a true, false, false, FT, both of them are not same, that is both of them are not true, therefore it is a false. Now say this again, this T and T, T, F and T is F, T and F, F, F and T is F. Now see this again. And the last now, we'll see this thing. That is, we'll find out the AND between this and this column. For the again AND statement, we require both of them are true, otherwise false. Now here is F and T. F and T, that will F, F and F, F. This is T and F. Again F. T, F. Again F. See this. Therefore, all are F. Now the next question, that is a question number 6. Now again, what is the main joint here? This is the main joint, which is that. This is last result. To require this, we will require P, Q, negation of P and Q. First, their implication. Next, negation of Q implies P. This is, and then find out and between these two statements. Now let us start. P, double T, double F, Q, TF, TF. Next is negation of P, FF, TT. Negation of Q, FT and FT. Now their implication. Negation of P implies Q. Both are same, therefore it is true. Next is what implies T, what implies F. Both are same, therefore it is true. Now negation of Q implies P. Both are same, then it is true. T implies F, therefore it is F. Now T implies F, therefore it is F. F implies T, therefore it is true. Both are same, therefore it is true. Now next, we'll find out the and between them. To require the and, again we require, that is both of them are true, then it is true, otherwise false. Now this will be the true, false, false and again true. Now see this again here. This way, they are completed. 7. Now see this here. Main joint is OR. Here is OR. To require the OR, we require Q implies P. First write P, Q. Again we require the negation of P. Next is Q implies P. Q implies P. Negation of P implies Q. This implies from this. Negation of P double implies Q. That is this will double implication. Now we'll start the first one by one. First is double T, double F. Next is TF, TF. Negation of FF, TT. Q implies P. And for the implication, now see this. Q implies P. T implies T. Therefore it is true. F implies T. Therefore it is true. T implies F. Therefore it is F. F implies F. Therefore it is true. And both are same, then it is true. Otherwise, what imply? Ka imply karte. F implies T, therefore it is true. T implies F, therefore it is here. See this. First is T. Then F implies T, T. T implies F, is F. F implies F, therefore it is true. See this next. Negation of P double implies Q. Negation of P. Negation of P. Double implication Q. In double implication, both of them must be same. Whatever that, true or false, then it is true. Otherwise false. Now in this case, what is it? Different. Therefore here is F. Same, true. Same, true. Different, false. Now see this here. Different, false. Same, true. Same, true. Different, false. Now the last is, find the or between them. In or statement, if one of them is true, then it is true, otherwise false. Now here is a T or F. Is T, T, T and T. All are T. And in this way, we have completed this step. Now the next is question number 8. Now here, main joint is this double simplification. This is double simplification. For this is the first square bracket, this is second square bracket. In this bracket, what is the joint? Main joint is this is the joint. To require this, we require P and Q implies R. Therefore, we require Q implies R. Next, for this, we require P and Q. Yes, here is the P and Q. Next, we require P and Q implies R. And then, we'll find out the double implication of 5 and 7. Now, let us start. First is T, 4F. Next is double T, double F. Double T, double F. Last is TF, TF, TF. Now the next is Q implies R. For the Q implies R, in Q implies R, what is that? What implies? If both of them are same, then it is true. T implies both of them are same, then it is true. T implies F, F. F implies T, therefore it is T. Both of them are same, then it is true. Same, true. T implies F, F. F implies T, is T. Both of them are same, therefore it is a true. Now see this. Now next is, that is first implies fourth one. Again, T implies T, therefore it is true. T implies F, therefore it is F. T implies T, true. T implies T, it is true. F implies T, it is true. F implies F, both are same, it is true. F implies T, it is true. Both are same. F implies F, it is true. Now see this column number 5. Now next we'll find out the AND statement between P and Q. For the AND, we require both of them are true, otherwise false. Now here T and T is T. T and T, it is T. T and F, F. F and T is again 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 F. F and F is again F. See this? Now the seventh column. That is the P and Q implies R. That is now here. T implies T. T implies T. Both are same, therefore it is true. T implies F. It implies F. Therefore it is F. F implies T. Therefore it is a T. F implies F. Both are same, therefore it is true. F implies T. Therefore it is true. F implies F. Both are same, therefore it is true. F implies T. Therefore it is true. F implies F. Both are same, therefore it is true. Now see this. Now the next is double simplification. For the double simplification is in between column number 5 and the column number 7. For double simplification, both of them must be same, then it is true, otherwise false. Now first is T, double implies T, then it is true. F, F, true. T, T, true. T, T, true. T, T, true. And everything will be true. Now see this here. Now the next is, here is a P implies in bracket negation of Q and R. Now what is the main joint here? That is simplification. And it requires Q and R, it's a negation. Now first we'll write here, that is a P, Q, R, will require Q and R, their negation, and then P implies this fifth, 1 to 5th, their simplification. Now see this here. Right here, 4T, 4F, next is double T, double F, and R is TF, TF, TF. And now next is Q and R. For the R, we require both of them must be true. Then it is a true, otherwise false. Now this T and T is T. T and F is F. F and T is T. F and F is F. T and T is T. T and F is again F. This is again F and F. Now see this. Now next is negation. Negation of T is F, negation of F is T, and in this way we'll write the negation of F is T, F is T, T is F, F is T, F is T, and F is T. Now the simplification. That is a P implies the column number 5. Now T implies F, therefore it is F. T implies T, it is true. T implies T, therefore it is true. T implies T, it is true. F implies T, F implies F, therefore it is true. And in this way, what implies? If both of them are same, then it is true. Otherwise, what implies? This you have to remember. First is T implies F. Is F. Next is T implies T is true. T implies T is true. F implies F. It is true. Both of same. T implies this is true. Now the next is let's see the next question. Question number 10. What's we have given? That is a P. Main joint is amplification. This is main joint. We require P negation Q. We require P, Q, R. We require negation Q. This is negation Q. P or Q. This is P or Q. R and P. This is R and P. And the amplification between 5th to 6th. Now write down 4T, 4F. Next is double T, double F, double T, double F. What about R? R is a TF, TF, TF. Now next is negation of Q. Negation of Q is a FF, TT, then FF, then last is TT. Now we'll see the R between first and fourth. Now T or F is T, T or F is T, T or T is T, T or T is T, F or F, here is F, F or F is F, F or T is T, F or T is again T. Now see this here. Next is R and P. This is R and P. In AND statement, if both of them are true, then it is true, otherwise false. This is R and P. TT, that will be T. TF, it is F. TT, it is T. TF, it is F. FT, it is again F. FF, it is again F. Next F, FT, then it is F. F and F, again it is a F. See this here. Now amplification. Is amplification in between 5th to 6th. T implies T, it is T. T implies F, it is a F. T implies T, T. T implies F, F. F implies F, both are same. Therefore it is true. True. T implies F is F. T implies F is F. Now we'll see that question number 2. Now using the truth tables, prove that the following are the logical equivalence. Now this is the equivalence sign, and for that we will require first is P, Q, negation of P and Q. This is the fourth one. Next we will require P or Q and negation of P. This is that is the fourth and sixth. If both of them are same, then we say that it is a logical equivalence. Now see this here. First is double T double F. Q is TF, TF. Negation of P is FF, TT. Now find and between negation of P and Q. Therefore, and between F, F, T, and this is the F. Therefore, next is P or Q. Therefore, both of them for the or statement, if both of them are true, then it is true, 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 and F. Next is that is and between, that is the fifth and third. F and T is F. Next is F and T. It is here. That is and between third and fifth. Third and fifth is T. Is again F. And now the fourth and sixth, they are identical, and therefore the given statement is a logical equivalence. Now the next question. Here we want to do this. The first, this is the statement. For this is the main joint. For that we will find out the first of all. Again we require the negation of P also here. Therefore write first P, Q, negation of P. P or Q, their negation. Negation of P and Q. And next is negation of P or Q or negation of P and Q. Now see this here. P is double T, double F. Q is TF, TF. Negation of P. F, F, T, T. P or Q. P or Q is T, 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 F. Their negation F, 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 and T. Negation of P and Q. Negation of P and Q. T and F is F. F and F is F. T and T is T. F and T is T. Next is their OR. In between OR is F. Next is F. Next is T and T. Now see this, the column number 7 and 3, they are FF, here is FF, TT, TT are identical, and hence it's a logical equivalence. Next is third. Now for this, see this here, this is the equivalence sign. We require P double amplification Q, and next other statement is a PRQ. Here is the PRQ. Now next we will also require P and Q and its a negation. Now I will construct it. See this here. P and Q and its a negation. Now first is, that is a P double T double F, Q is a TF and there are Q is TF. Now or between P or Q. It is T F. T F. Now next is, now we'll require the negation of P and Q. But before that we'll require P and Q. Now here is the P and Q. P and Q, if both of them are true, then it is true, otherwise false. I think that again there is a mistake. Here must be the F. I will change it. Now next is negation of this F. Here is a mistake. I will change it afterwards. Now double amplification between P and Q. Double A. If both of them are same, then it is true. Otherwise false. TF is F. FT. And next is T. Now we'll find out the AND between these two. That is a P and Q and the negation of P and Q. In between them. Then what is that? And between them is F. And between. Now I will change it. They are not equal. Therefore, sometimes it may be happen. Therefore, we will change it. Now here. I will show you T and F. This is F. And every scenario will now change there. What is its negation? Its negation is a true. Now what is the next? It is again implied here. That is and between these two. Therefore, here is a true. And its negation, that will be the F here. Therefore, now the column number 5, T, F, T. 5 and 7 are the identical. Sometimes it happens, then we can change it as well. Now the fourth one. Now see this here. P, Q. For one side we will require Q implies P. Also we require negation. P implies in bracket Q implies P. This is the fifth one. Fifth and seventh we want to show that they are logically clear. Now P is a double T double F. Q is TF. Negation of FF TT. Next is Q implies P. It is true. Q implies P, it is true. Next is true, F and T. Now the fifth one, that is a first implies fourth. That is a T implies T, it is true. T implies T, it is true. F implies F, it is true. F implies T, it is true. Now see this here. True, true, is true, and it is a true. Now next is a P implies Q. P implies Q. T implies T is true. T implies F is F. F implies T is true. F implies F is true. Now next is a negation of P implies Q. That is the third to 6. F implies T, it is true. F implies T, it is true. F implies F, it is true. T implies T, it is true. And T implies T, it is true. Now see this. The column number 5 and the column number 7 are identical. And hence the given statements are logical equivalence. Now the next is, see this here, PQR. We find out P or Q. P or Q implies R. This is one. Next is P implies R, Q implies R, and then AND. Now write down the P, that is 4T 4F. Next is double T double F. Q is and next is TF, 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 and in this way. And next is or between P or Q, P or Q, T, 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 T. What about the next? Last two will be the FF because both of them are false. Now we want to, that is a P or Q implies R. Now T implies T is true. T implies F is F. T implies T is true. T implies F is F. T implies T is true. T implies F is F. F implies T is true. F implies F is true. Now P implies R. P implies R. T implies T is true. T implies F is F. T implies T is true. T implies F is F. T implies F is F. Next is F implies T. Therefore it is true. F implies F. It is true. F implies T. It is true. F implies F. It is true. Q implies R. That is the T implies T is true. T implies F is F. F implies T is true. F implies F. It is true. T implies T is true. T implies F is F. Is T and now next is and between these two. If both of them are true, then it is true. True, false, true, false, again true, false, again true, and again true. Now see this. 5th and 8th are identical. Next is, that is the P implies Q, the required Q and R. This is the 5th one. Next P implies Q and P implies R. Here is AND. This is final 8th one and the 5th one. Now write down the first P, 4T 4F. Q, double T, double F. And R, TF, TF, TF. Now we'll find out Q and R is T, TT is T, TF is F, FTF, FF is F, TT is T, TF is F, FT is F, F, FT is again F, and again this is F. Next is P implies Q and R. Now T implies T, it is true. T implies F. It is true. F, it is a true. It is a true. T implies F is F. T implies F. F. T implies F is true. F implies F. Therefore it is true. Same. Now next is a P implies Q. That is a T implies T is T. T implies T is T. T implies F is F. T implies F is F. T. F implies T. And in this. Now next is a P implies R. What implies? First is T. Second is F. Next is third is T. Fourth is F. Fifth is again T. Sixth is T. Both of them are same. And last are TTT. Now we'll find out and between these two. Sixth and seventh. If both of them are true, then it is true. TT. F. T. And last is F. Therefore, column number 5 and the column number 8 are identical. If they are identical, is there any change? Yes. They are not identical. There is something. Now what is happening here? That is a P implies Q. P implies Q. That is a both are same. Therefore it is true. And between them it is true. Now the fifth and eighth are identical. Therefore fifth and eighth are identical. Next is seventh one. First find out. This is not correct sign is given in the textbook. Therefore I'm not writing this. But up to whatever that I had written up to this. Therefore will not take this problem. Therefore we will take the next eighth problem. Now see this here. First find out. Now we'll start here. That is first is 4t, 4f. Next is double T, double F, double T, double F. And here R is T, F, T, F, T, F, T, F. Now Q or R. Q or R. This is the T, 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 F, T, 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 and this is F. Now P and Q are R. Now in between and, this is the first is T, 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 F. Again this is F, 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 F. Now again P and Q. Now in P and Q, that is first is both of them are true. This is the true. Next is F is F is again F, F, F and F. All are F. Now P and R. For the R, it is a true. Next is a false. Again true. False is F, is again F, F, F. Now we'll find out the OR between 6 and 7, which is true, 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 and next is F, 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 F. Now if we see this, the column number, that is the 5th. That is the TTT, here is the TTT, and all the remainings are the false. Therefore, the 5th and 6th are logically equivalence. 5th and 8th are logically equivalence. Now we'll see the next. Now we'll continue the example number 9. That is in square bracket, negation of P or Q or P or Q and R is equivalence to R. Now let us start. That is, here is R sign in between. That is the negation of P or Q. Therefore, first we will find out the P or Q, their negation. That is 4T and 4F. Next is double T, double F. R is TF, TF, TF. Now P or Q. Next is we will find out P or Q. That is P or Q. This is T, 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 T and T. T or F is again T. T, F is again T. F, T is again T. F, T is again T. F, F and both are F, F. The last two will be the F and F. Now their negations. They are F, F, and last is T, T. Now we'll find out the OR between 5 and 7. Now here is a T, T. Up to the last is T. Now it is AND with R. Therefore T, T is T. F, T and F is again T, T is T. F, T is F. T, T is T. F, T is F. F and T is F. Tt is T, Ft is again F. Now see this, the column number 8 and column number 3 they are identical. Yes, T, F, T, F, T, F, T and F. Therefore, the given logical statement is a equivalence. That is, column 3 and 8 are identical. The statement is a logical equivalence. Now the example number 10. That is, the negation of the P double implication Q is a equivalence to P and negation of Q, or Q and negation of the P. I will write out the first. That is the P. Find out the P double implication Q, their negation, then negation of P, negation of Q, P and negation Q, Q and negation of P, and the R between 7 and 8. Now, double T double F. Q is TF TF. Now double implication. If both of them are same, then it is true, otherwise false. False, false, and true. Its negation is F, T, T, and F. Negation of P, that is double F, double T. Now negation of Q, F, T, F, T. P and negation Q, P and negation Q. Therefore, it is a F, then T, then F, and F. And last is Q and negation P. Q and negation P. TF is F, T, F, T, F is F, then FF is F, TT is T, and last is F. Now or between them, F, T, T, and again F. Now see this, the column number 4, F, T, T, and last is also F. They are same, identical, and hence the 4 and 9s are identical, therefore this is a logical equivalence. Now this is the next topic. Let us examine whether each of the following statements are a tautology, or the contradiction, or a contingency. If it is tautology, the last column have the all T. If it is a contradiction, then all will have the F, and contingency, there will be the mix. Now first is P and Q implies Q or P. That is, first we find out P and Q, then their OR, and their single implication. That is, the 3 implies 4. Now see this, double T double F. Q is TF TF. Next is AND statement. First is T, F, F, and F. Or is T, T, F, T. Last will be only F. And their implication. What implies? T implies T, that is T. T implies F, it is T. F implies T, T, and F implies F. That is, all are T, 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 T. Therefore, it is a tautology. Next is if you want to see again it, you can see this. This is the tautology. Now next is question number 2. That is a P implies Q double implication, negation of P or Q. I write down first of all P, that is a double T double F. Q is TF TF. Now T implies T is T. T implies F is F. What implies? F implies T is T, and both are same, therefore it is true. Negation of P, F F T T. Now negation of P or Q. T F is T. F or F is F. T or T is T. F or T is a T. Now double implication between 3 and 5. TT is T. FF is F. TT is T. And last is also T. Therefore, it is a tautology. Third, negation in bracket P and negation of Q or Q. I'll write down the first of all. Here is a P, Q, negation of P, negation of Q, negation of P and negation Q, and there again negation, and this 6 with or statement with column number 2. I will write the first is P, double T double F, Q is TF TF, negation F T, negation F T, fifth one, that is the negation of P and negation of Q. Last is T only. Their negation T T T F, and sixth and second or statement, that is a T or T is T. T or T is T. T or F or T is again T. T or T is T. And last is F or F is F. Therefore, it is a contingency. Next is this is the statement we have given, that is a P implies Q and Q implies P. That's why first P Q, P implies Q, then find the AND statement with Q, and fourth implies P. Now first write down this is the double T double F. Next is TF. Next is T implies Q. T implies T is T. T implies F is F. F implies T is T. F implies F is T. And between them, these two, second and third. T is T. Next is F, T, and F. Now fourth implies first. Now T implies T is T. Next is T implies F is T. T implies F, and therefore it's a mix. That is a T and FF. Therefore it is a contingency. Next one is fifth one. See this example. P implies Q and negation of Q implies negation of P. Therefore double T double F. TF. Negation of P, FF, TT, negation of Q, FT, FT, P implies Q. Now T implies T is T, T implies F is F, F implies T is T, and F implies F is T. Now, and between these two, fourth and fifth, is FT, F and T is F, T and F is F and T, and this is the T. And the last is, that is the sixth implies third, F implies F is true. Same. What implies? That is both are the same. Therefore, F implies F is F implies T, T implies T, and last is the last column 7 is all are T. Therefore, it is a tautology. Given statement is tautology. Next is sixth one. That is a P double implication Q and P implies negation of Q. Therefore, we write here PQ negation of Q, P double implication Q, P implies negation of Q, and P double implication Q and P implies negation of Q. Now write down first. That is a P double T double F. Q is TF. Negation of Q, FT. Again FT. P double implies, that is, if both are same, then it is true, otherwise false. TT is T, FT is F, FT is F, and both are F is again T. Now P implies negation of Q. T implies F is F, T implies T is that is the fifth. P implies negation of Q. First is T implies F is F, T implies T, Now here P is, that is a double T, double F, and Q is T, F, T, F. Negation of Q is F, T, F, T. Now and between 3 and 1, that is a FT, that is a F, TT is T, then FF is F, FT is F. Now the negation of the fourth one, negation of F is T, negation of T is F, again T, again T. Now the AND statement between fifth and second. Now the first is T and T, therefore it is a true. Second, F and F is F, is F. Next is T and T is again T, and last is T and F is F. Therefore the given statement is, that is the contingency. Now we'll see the next example. Now at the problem, that is the double T, double F. Next is T, F, T, F. Negation of Q is F, T, F, and T. Now P and negation Q. P and negation Q is, that is a T and F is F. Next is T and T is T. F and F is F. FT is again F. Now next is P implies Q. Now T implies T is T. T implies F is F. F implies T is T. And F implies F is T. Now next is, that is the double implication between 4 and 5th column. That is both are different. FT is again F. Next is FT, that is the TF is F, again F, and again F. Therefore the given statement, that is the contradiction. We write here. That is a contradiction. Now the example number 9. That is the negation of P implies Q, and in second bracket P and R. Now the first is 4T for F, Q is double T double F, R is TF, 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 and negation of P is 4F and 4T. Now the implication, negation of P implies Q. First is F implies T is T, F implies T is T, F implies F, again both are same, therefore it is true. F implies F, it is true. T implies T is true, T implies T is true, T implies F is F, and F. Now P and Q, P and R, that is a P and R, T and T is T, T and F is F, T and T is T, T and F is F, F and T is T, F, F and T is F, F and F is F, F and T is 1, and all are the FF. Now, the fifth and sixth, in between them, we will find out the AND, TT, TF is F, TT is T, TF is, and in this way, we get the contingency. Now the next 10th, that is the P implies in bracket negation of Q or R, double implication negation, P implies in bracket Q implies R. So we will write here P 4T 4F. Next is double T double F double T, and R is continuously TF TF TF. Negation of Q is double F double T. Now R between 3 and 4 is T. First is T, then F, T, T, F, T, T. Then P implies, that is first implies fifth. T implies T is T, T implies F is T implies F is F, T implies T is T, T implies T is T, F implies T is T, F implies F is true. F implies T is T, F implies T is T. Now Q implies R, Q implies R, T implies T is T, T implies F is F, F implies T is T, F implies F is T, T implies T is T, T implies F is F, F implies T is T, F implies F is T. Now P implies Q implies R, that is 1 to 7, T implies T is T, T implies F is F, T implies T. Next is T implies T, T implies, and this is the ninth one. It's a negation. Now the double implication between 8 and 9, that is different. T and F. If both are different, then it is F. Everywhere, all are different. Therefore, the given statement is a statement of the contradiction. It's a statement pattern is a contradiction, and in this